Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here once again with another video on The Flash Season 5. So we are approaching the 2-week mark until The Flash returns for Season 5, which is of course very exciting. And because we are getting close to the new seasons of DC TV, it would make, sense that we start getting more promotional material to gawk at and go over. And well, that is exactly what we will be going over in this video. As well as some new stuff like set images and also some big news about the crossover for this season as well. But of course, question for the day for you guys to let me know in the comments, are you excited for the new season of The Flash? If so, why is that? So we will start off by going over the official description for the first episode of Season 5, which we of course know is entitled Nora. Now, people have asked me when another trailer will drop. Look, we could get one in the next week or so, maybe on the Tuesday, as that is the day that The Flash would normally air, when it starts. But I wouldn't count on one dropping, but one could drop. Like, we might not get a trailer at all, and we might just get maybe like a group trailer for all the different shows, just like a meta trailer with all of them put together. Or we could get another like individual Flash trailer, but don't expect it. They might just leave it until the show comes out. But yeah, keep your eyes out on the internet or my channel for that if it does decide to drop. But anyway, here is that description. After an unexpected guest from the future, Nora West Allen, appears at their home, Barry and Iris must figure out how to get her back to the future without disrupting the timeline, even more than she already has. Team Flash must work together to send Nora back while simultaneously fighting off another villainous meta. So basically a lot of the stuff in here is known to most people that are watching. Obviously, it does focus on the fact that Team Flash need to work on getting Nora back to the future without, further disrupting the timeline. But that will be a season-long storyline, not just for this episode, obviously. But the other thing of note is that while planning out the beginning parts of that whole, let's return Nora to the future plan, they will be taking on another villainous meta. Now, I really don't think they are referring to Cicada here. I don't think that is needed. They are most likely referring to the villain that we saw in set photos, as well as some promo images that were released a few weeks back. And that is this dude here. Now, this is a villain known as Gridlock from the comics. Now, in the comics, Gridlock is actually a villain of Impulse, or, Bart Allen. Now, I do find it funny that he is showing up in this episode as Nora Allen is basically the show's take on Bart Allen, and the episode is called Nora. So, essentially, Nora is like an amalgamation of a few characters just so the show can, kill off a few birds with one stone, with that one stone, of course, being Nora. But Gridlock's powers have to do with, tech and stealing energy. Now, this could be tied to taking, speeds to speed once again, but we have seen that before. So it would be cool if his powers were that he was just basically like a walking meta dampener. That could be interesting. So the Flash can't use his powers around him or something if he doesn't want him to. So if Gridlock isn't paying attention, the Flash can use his powers. But if Gridlock focuses and goes no powers now, Mr. Flash, then Flash can't use his speed, and then the fight is a bit more even. That'd be interesting if that's what his powers are. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But on the topics of photos from this season of The Flash, we have two sets of, set pictures to go over. The first are from the past, 24 hours or so, and these are of Barry and Nora Allen suited up as The Flash and XS. Now, this is on a rooftop. That's all I really know in regards to, context and location for this photo. But it does appear that at one point, Barry seems to be, defusing a bomb or some sort of chemical or something along those lines. You can see a vial. It seems to be blue, but that's all you can really see. But as you can expect from a set photo, it's fairly far away, so it's hard to get a real proper idea as to what's going on. But we do know that this is at Central City Power. You can see that in the photo. Maybe might not appear that well in the video, but on the photo you can see it in the top right hand corner that it does say Central City Power. So they are at the power station. We've been here before a couple of times on The Flash. Now, I'm not 100% sure what episode they are up to in regards to filming. It's either episode 6 or episode 7. I'd say they may be finishing up episode 6 and moving into 7. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But the one thing that I know many people will point out in the comment section for this video, and that people have already pointed out when I posted, some of these images on other social media sites, which is of course the look of the suit. Now, I actually think these set photos actually sum up my thoughts on the suit. In some images, it looks great. And then in some, the gap over his face is just silly and way too big. So due to that, these set photos literally tear my opinion in half. I'm so confused. I really don't know what to think. And due to that, I think I'm just committed on the fact that I'm just going to have to wait until the new season starts airing with this suit before I give too much of an opinion on it. because the various images of it, whether they are official images through like trailers or just like posters and stuff, and the ones from set are just too different. But yeah, feel free to leave your opinions in the comments on that. But quickly on Nora, she still looks good. I saw some people complaining about her boots before, which I think look good. I don't mind them. I don't think there's too much issue there. I think there was some complaints about how the boots don't match the gauntlets. And I was like, they don't really have to match, in my opinion at least. Anyway. And the next set of, set photos comes from episode 5 of this season, which is called All Dolled Up. And will sort of be like the show's Halloween sort of episode, I'm guessing. Anyway, this episode was filmed around a month ago, maybe just under, but we only got a few set photos to speak of in regards to this, with the first one being Barry as the Flash, which shockingly saving someone, we never see him do that. But the next two are of some pretty big interest, and the first of these is, well, both of them, but the first one we're going to look at is Ragdoll, the new villain introduced in this episode, in a pretty comic accurate look, and by comic accurate I mean, you know, the more modern take, not like the much older take, like the more modern take on the character. So the mask is looking creepy as hell, and along with the stuff that this character can do, I can expect some of you to have nightmares about this character afterwards. But for those thinking that the orange dreadlocks might be a part of the mask, well, they aren't. We can see Ragdoll's real persona, Rapunzel Merkel here, who will be played by Troy James. So you can see him suited up, and this lines up with some photos that were posted on social media from people on set that had Grant Gustin suited up with like a bow tie and stuff like that. So Ragdoll will be crashing the party that Barry is at, I'm guessing. My guess is that it could possibly be like a CCPD ball or something along those lines. Like, you know, police departments always have balls and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you think of this look for Ragdoll. I don't mind it. I think he looks pretty good. It might look a bit, because, you know, in real life, Troy James is just bold. Or bald, so yeah, him with the orange dreadlock wig might look a bit weird if you're used to seeing him bald, but yeah, I think it looks pretty good, and the mask is just, they've designed in a really creepy way. And the last thing I wanted to talk about in today's video is something to do with the crossover for this season, and that was the announcement around the main villain for the crossover, and essentially the catalyst for reuniting Green Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, as well as bringing, you know, Batwoman into the mix. And that main villain is that of Dr. Destiny. Now, I made a video specifically on him for this season of The Flash a couple of months back, as he was in a batch of leaks for this season as a potential villain. So it turns out those leaks were, you know, sort of right, not far off, I guess. So I will leave that video linked in the description down below if you want to learn more about the character from the comics. But they did release a description for the character in regards to his portrayal in the crossover. John Deegan is a doctor at Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane in Gotham City, who might just be crazier than the inmates he treats. His machinations will draw Green Arrow, the Flash, and Supergirl to Gotham City. So in the comics, his name is actually John D, as in like D-double-E. So I'm not 100% sure why they changed his surname around. Anyway, the most interesting thing, and the most, I guess, awesome thing, is that he is a doctor at Arkham, which means that we will get to go to Arkham in the crossover, which is pretty insane. I was not expecting that. But I wonder what the hell he is up to that caused our main heroes to get involved with all of this. Of course, Batwoman might be the one that reaches out, but they could play it out where our three heroes just go to investigate and they meet her in the process. Dr. Destiny will be played by Jeremy Davies, who has been on shows such as Lost, but of course we should learn more as they head into the filming for this crossover in around like a month's time, and I'm sure we are all excited for when the crossover eventually airs on TV starting on December 9th. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and it to show your support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on the stuff we went over in this video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.